Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the weekly recap on We Are Soccer. Another fabulous weekend of soccer. We're talking about it. Lots to get to. City. Woo! Liverpool. My word, they have some issues. City took advantage of everything today, beat them 3-0. That was our game of the week. We're talking about that. And my Aston Villa, yes, Aston Villa finally have awoken. They took Bournemouth out behind the shed and obliterated them 4-0. Could have been a lot worse. We're talking about that. A lot of stuff to get to. Arsenal slip up with a draw against Sunderland. Did you watch that game? Center back for Sunderland. Wow. Dan Ballard, what a game he had. Man United, Spurs. Spurs think they've won it at the death. But no, hold on. Man United. Oh, they get another one. I tell you what, though, there's some interesting games going on we're going to talk about here. Bayern Munich, they're held to a draw. That's amazing. Why is it amazing that they only drew? Because they haven't not won a game all year in the league. Incredible. We're talking about that. Oh, and by the way, Messi doing magical things again, moving his team on to the next round. They're going to play Nate's favorite team, FC Cincinnati.
Such a mark.
Messi.
We're going to talk about it.
Messi.
I want to know how Nate and his team plan to stop Mr. Messi. All right, we got a lot to get to. Plus, we're going to talk about the international break, U.S. men's national team. There's a lot to get to, Nate. Hold your horses. All right, let's go.
What? And I'm going to give you one opportunity because we're friends. Winner!
Who gives a shit about where the ball's been?
Yeah, F him. They went from loving this guy, best move ever, to hating him.
I think it's the most ridiculous thing in the world. I love it because it tells you how the game was played.
There's nowhere for him to go. Literally, I think there's one place.
You can't do that in the national team. Do I look like I'm freaking kidding?
He does things that are absolutely insane.
Successful and sexy? No. It wasn't aggravating at times? Yes.
Sorry,
That's not very fair.
It's not about being fair.
Welcome to the greatest soccer show ever.
All right, fellas, welcome in. We've got our favorite people here, Nate and Brooks. Boys, how we doing? Good weekend so far?
Wonderful.
Yay. Wonderful.
Wonderful weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, your FC Cincinnati won.
Yeah, all my teams won.
Well,
Except for the teams I coach.
because Man
probably
United
because I
drew.
coached
Man United
They
didn't
won.
win.
They
Oh,
won.
you're going to call it a win? Okay.
That's a win.
Away from home, that's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win.
That's
All
a
right.
win.
I'm on board with that. That's fine.
Hey, you know,
Yeah.
I thought they were going to lose.
Well,
That's a win.
that is a win then. Brooks, you good? All good, man. Lots of soccer going on. Unfortunately, our Michigan State women lost today. Jeff Hausler and his girls in St. Louis against Washington lost in PKs in the Big Ten final. So we're kind of bummed about that.
That was a rough one. Yeah, just watching a lot of soccer and Big Ten men's tournaments kick off here. Or not, well, other men's soccer tournaments. The Big Ten does kick off this week, so there'll be 4 teams. Another team from our state, the Michigan Wolverines, will play Washington, and then number 1 seeded Maryland's hosting the event, so they'll be at College Park, and they shall play number 4 seed UCLA. Only 4 teams from the Big Ten made it this year, so they reduced it from 8 to 4. So
I don't like that. Less
Yeah.
soccer?
yeah.
I don't like that. Anyway, all right, let's jump in. Let's get going. Match of the day. It had to be that game. It had to be Manchester City hosting Liverpool. Liverpool coming off a win in the league last week against my Aston Villa, beating them 2-0. Could have been worse. Liverpool looked like they're back to form. They played really well against Real Madrid this week, this Tuesday in the Champions League, and you're thinking, okay, Liverpool, you've found your way again. You lost like 5 in a row. You didn't play well. You're out of sorts. This is going to be the game. We had a bunch of predictions. I think everybody was predicting a 1-1 or 2-2 draw. And then Liverpool just went into the Etihad and just sat back and let Man City take it to them. Erling Haaland, early on, misses a penalty. And then he gets a goal, a little bit of a lucky goal, right place, right time, puts his head down, a little bit of deflection, gets in there. And then, hey, it could have been a lot worse from there. Jeremy Doku is your player of the match, your man of the match. Absolutely incredible. If you watch the highlights of Jeremy Doku, what he did today against Connor Bradley and Liverpool was absolutely amazing because Connor Bradley and Liverpool shut Vinicius Jr. down on Tuesday. Vinicius Jr. was in Connor Bradley's pocket the entire game on Tuesday in that Champions League matchup. But Doku today had other ideas. He said, I seen what you did. I'm going to outplay you guys. He was all over the place. He didn't just stick to the left side like he normally does for Man City. He came inside. And all of a sudden, you've seen him on the right side a little bit. Then he's up top, and then he goes back to the left. He's running all over the place. He was knocking great passes. He was taking shots with his left foot, his right foot. And you're thinking, wow, this guy is inspired today. He looks like he was playing in the first month he got to Man City last year. He was on fire. Man of the match, deservedly so, created a bunch of opportunities and gets that third and final goal, and a phenomenal goal he scored too. I don't know the stats on this, Brooks. You may have to bring them up, but the way it looked for me watching the game, it was just Man City dominant. And I want to know, Liverpool fans, Mo Salah, stuck on the right-hand side. If you're going to hunker down and play defense, you may want to sit him on the bench. That's my opinion. I know he can create stuff when you have the ball up in your offensive third, but, man, if you're hunkered down and you're going to need him to come back and you're pinned in, you're playing a man short. That dude doesn't play defense, and he's not Lionel Messi. I'm sorry. He's younger than Messi. He just doesn't bring what Messi brings offensively. So he was benched a couple of weeks ago. I think he needs another benching because he's not only lost a step, he's lost about a step and a half. Brooks, what we got on this game, man?
It's very much one-sided Man City from here. So 17 shots to 7 for Man City, 6 on target for Man City versus 1 for Liverpool. Possession pretty even, 51-49. Fouls, pretty close to everything. Corners even, 7 apiece. But I don't know, it just felt when I was had this game on, I was kind of looking and watching every once in a while when I was working on some stuff. It just always seemed like Man City had the ball.
Yeah, they always did. And Ekitike didn't get very much service today. I think in the first 20 minutes he touched the ball less than 5 times total. And in one of those times he was in a run to offside, so it shouldn't even have counted. He couldn't find space. He couldn't find any opportunity to get on the ball, and he was their striker up top who they were looking towards. Liverpool, I actually thought Liverpool with their middle of McAllister and Soboslai, I thought this is going to be good. I think they're going to give a good run here with Ekitike up top. They'll be able to find him, maybe get some space for Salah out on the right-hand side. It just wasn't to be. Pep, in his 1,000th game for managing, had this one down. Arne Slot had no answers. They came out in the second half and they just had no answers. Nate, your thoughts on this one at all?
Yeah, Slot should talk about changing his tactics. It's probably the tactics.
He might need to change his tactics.
Change those tactics. Let's just go right to that.
Okay, before you jump in though,
the last few weeks, I think it's fake.
He's going to have to change something because
I think he's changed a lot.
He's lost 5 out of the last 6 or 4 out of the last 6 league games.
Yeah, if you didn't screw it up, it should have been 6 out of 6.
I know.
It's on you.
It is on us.
I can't believe you messed this up. No, and him. Just him individually.
So the funny thing is, my wife goes, "Wait a minute. I didn't think Liverpool were like what explain." She's like, "Liverpool, I thought were really good." And I was like, "Yeah, they beat us 2-0 last week." She goes, "But I didn't think Man City were good, and they're winning here." I'm like, and Villa beat Man City 1-0 2 weeks ago. Then we lost to Liverpool, and then those two teams played, and City beat Liverpool. It's parity in the league, as Brooks loves.
No, it's what it is. Man City is going to be Man City, and they just needed some time, and now they're finding their stride, and they're walking up the table, and, early Hanlon can't stop scoring like he normally can. So I'm just, not really surprised by City, being in second. I think it was just a matter of time. I think we've always said this, the last few weeks, just a matter of time.
Yep.
Liverpool, sinking like a stone. And I don't know. I said it long ago that maybe that he was living off of what Klopp did.
Living off of Klopp's dream.
Yeah.
His tailcoat.
Yeah.
He might be. He absolutely might be.
Go, damn it. Why'd I leave?
Okay, so listen. We've talked about this a little bit, but let's go into it a little bit further here. The defense is a little bit stale, a little slow.
He's
Van Dijk's-
ruined the best attacking player Germany has had to offer. Ruined him.
What, Ekitike?
No.
Hurts.
Yes.
Oh, Florian Wirtz.
He's French.
He played very well against Real Madrid in the Champions League
Ruined.
this week, by the way.
He's ruined.
But the back line for Liverpool right now is Virgil van Dijk and Konate and Kirkes and Robertson, and they're all just out of sorts. Virgil van Dijk is a step slow. He's just lost it. I'm sorry. Konate, he wasn't supposed to be the starting center back alongside Virgil van Dijk. They were hoping for Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace. That transfer didn't come to fruition, so Konate is in. Exactly. Whoops. Now what are you going to do? Konate, he gets turned around left and right. And then he's got Virgil van Dijk, who's a step slow. It doesn't work out. Kirkes gets caught out of position. Robertson's a step slow. The only thing I've seen good defensively from Liverpool this year is Soboslai when he gets put in at right back, when they change a little bit of the formation up. He's the only one. And that, I think they did it out of necessity, and it's worked out very well for them. It's an older team. They are going to struggle defensively, and I wouldn't be surprised, based on the last month of performances, if Liverpool don't finish in the top 5 this year. Because everybody else right now is moving in the right direction, and they're moving in the wrong
I
direction.
think everyone underestimates how important it is to have a goalkeeper that organizes your back line well. And I think ever since Alisson Becker went out, I think that's when you started to see the problems that you have on a back line.
That's a great call.
As a United fan,
Really? I had no idea.
yeah,
You can speak from experience,
I can
right?
speak from experience. But yeah, it wasn't until we got our new goalkeeper in that our back line actually looks a lot better than what it does. And I think it has to do with his organization and communication.
Sure.
That was the X factor that changed everything.
Do they? Oh, sorry. I'm just looking at the lineup here. I mean, is Robertson run his course? I mean,
Robertson actually for the first month of the season didn't start. He only came in for the last 20 or 30 minutes when they needed some extra help defensively.
Yeah,
But I do think he has run his career's run its course. I think he's gotten not found out. He's gotten older.
Yeah.
And he's slowed down now. He's running up against kids who are 21, 22, 23 years old.
and he's in his older 20s, isn't he?
And he's lost half a step. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Bradley. I mean, they're just a bunch of. I mean, Van Dijk's the only one that's kind of a name on this back line. I mean, there's usually Liverpool always has a couple big name guys,
Connor Bradley in the last year has made a real name for himself, and I think he is a very good player in the right situations when he has people next to him who can help him out, like any wingback, right?
Yep.
He gets caught on an island. He did phenomenal against Vinny Jr. on Tuesday, and Vinny Jr. is one of the fastest players in the world.
Mhm.
Today, he got spun around like a top by Jeremy Doku. So he's just inconsistent at the moment, but I do believe he will be a top-level player, Connor Bradley.
I mean, I like this midfield three with Schloboshai, McAllister, and Gravenbach. That's not a bad midfield three, to be honest.
I looked at that and said, wow, this is going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
It's great. But they just got overrun. They couldn't get control of the ball. They couldn't find any space in there to turn and run and do anything.
Yeah. I have a question for Nate. Do you think Wirtz is an outside mid?
No.
He's a bit more in the central, right? You want to play him in the center as a 10 or 8.
That's where he's won multiple Player of the Year awards. Yeah.
So there lies they have
Not
too
a
many,
thought.
So they have too many midfielders, would you say?
They got too many of the same guy. Yeah.
Okay.
It's when you have a good attacking midfielder, there's no reason to buy another good attacking midfielder. When you already have
it's like Arsenal.
When you have a good forward who's not doing bad and you spent $76 million for him, there's no reason to buy another forward for $100 million. So it's kind of like they just, I don't know whose idea this was, but hey, we have needs to address. Nah. Keep buying the same thing.
Yeah.
Why? Meh.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll work.
I mean, you have
It'll work.
two
We'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
You've got two average. Kisa has been okay when he was at Juventus, but he's not the best player in the world.
Diaz is a great player to bring in with 15, 20 minutes left, and you need a goal, and you need a little workhorse in the middle. That's it.
But you got two of the same with Gakpo's Gakpo's not the best.
Gakpo was doing great last year.
Gakpo last year was on fire. Now, all right, we've talked about the midfield.
Mhm.
We've talked about the defense.
Mhm.
What's changed on the offensive side? Now,
Salah's older.
Salah's older,
Yes.
right? Ekitike is a new player, but he started off the season very hot. Isak hasn't got into form. He's sitting on the bench. Unfortunately for them, two things happened this summer, which I think really have transformed this team. We do know about Jota, right? Jota unfortunately passed away in the car accident.
Yes.
That's very unfortunate. He would be in the club, in the team, playing if that hadn't happened. The other, not mistake, but they sold Diaz. They sold Ruben Diaz to Bayern Munich, who, by the way, is playing very
Luis
well.
Diaz?
Luis
Diaz.
Luis
Yes,
Diaz.
he scored a wonderful goal
He
against
scored
Union
an
Berlin.
absolutely phenomenal
I watched that game.
He scores a lot of goals.
He does.
He's really good.
He is. He's
Liverpool
pretty fast.
should think about getting a player like Diaz.
Luis Diaz scored a phenomenal goal, but his work rate off the ball and to get the ball and when his teammates have the ball is incredible. That is what they are missing. They're missing two of those players like that.
They should try to get him over in the transfer window.
They should actually. I don't see Bayern selling him anytime soon.
Maybe they can get him for a loan.
But I do think a lot of people have forgotten about that, and they brought in Ekitike, who good player. Don't get me wrong, still getting up to speed with the league. Isak just. I don't even know what's going on right now, but Newcastle have just said no refunds. Let's put it that way. And then Salah, we know he's a year older. And again, I think they should have sold him.
Saudi League.
I mean, was Isak a mistake?
100%. Well,
Yes. I'm starting to think that. Like, you could have used money somewhere else that was more. That was for better purpose.
I saw that from the beginning. They went, we're going to bid for Isak. And I went,
why? Don't get me. No. Now, last year, Isak was absolutely phenomenal for Newcastle. He was incredible as that lone striker up there for them. He played great. He was up there in the top 3 or 4 goal scorers of the league.
I thought they overpaid for Ekitike. And I was like, you overpaid for him. And I was like, wrong, and I had to apologize. Now I can walk that back and go, I told you overpaid for him.
I told you overpaid for him.
Hey!
And then next week when Ekitike scores 2 or 3, he'll say,
I think if they... As a young 22-year-old, you get bought in, you're doing well, and then they buy basically another guy for your position. I think that kind of messed with them.
It'll stunt your growth.
Yeah,
it'll stunt their growth for sure. All right, so 3-0, Man City. It could have been worse. It could have been 4 or 5. The goal difference actually helped, and I'll show you the table in a little bit. Helped my Villa out. Speaking of Villa, at home today against Bournemouth, and before the game, I'm thinking, okay, Villa playing well. They lost last week to Liverpool. They played well midweek. I think they'll score some goals. I think it'll be a 1-0 win, and it's going to be a heart stopper. Like, oh God, we have to block shots, and Martinez is going to be his best. Villa could have won 7-0 today, boys.
Yeah, Martinez made some good saves, though.
Martinez, I think, was man of the match. He made 2 or 3 saves that were just absolutely incredible. Penalty save, by the way, as well, down to his right-hand side. Great penalty save there. One where a shot took a deflection off a defender's leg and looped over him, got back and tipped it over.
It's cute that you're back to liking him again.
Well, I will.
Oh, he's the guy. He's mad now.
We don't want him to leave.
A couple months ago, get out of here.
Yeah.
Over the hell, you bum.
You can go.
Go. Sell him.
I love you now.
I love you. You're the best.
Wow, typical fan.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well,
don't go anywhere.
I said he played well in today's game. I think he played well in today's game because his good friend, Emi Buendia,
he scored a great goal.
Played, and his free kick.
His free kick was phenomenal. I had that game on, too, and I was watching it.
This game started out with a bang, literally and figuratively, to defend Tyler Adams.
And
collided
Smith.
heads.
And Smith collided.
Yeah, and Smith ended up with blood coming down the side of his head. Had to be. He was knocked out cold. Had to be subbed out, so they used a concussion sub in the first 5 minutes. Tyler Adams played on. Didn't really have much of an impact in the game. I don't know if the head injury had anything to do with it, but he just couldn't find his footing. Villa just dominated this game and scored goals left, right, and center. 4-0. Could have been 7. A little bit of woeful shooting at the end, but overall, very happy. What pisses me off now is, guess what's coming up, ladies and gentlemen?
International break.
International break.
When you're catching fire or whatever, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You love it. It's time for you to watch your England squad.
Yeah.
And then sing your homecoming song.
You got Serbia next, man. That's gonna be a tough one.
Okay, so
sing your homecoming song. It's like all the English fans sing it. They're like, homecoming. The trophy is home and it's coming.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, Nate, we didn't plan this, but you did mention the England national team as we're talking, ending the Villa segment here. My dad and I were talking today, and we're like, Ollie Watkins played the entire game today.
Mm-hmm.
And he touched the ball a couple times. He didn't do much.
Tim Howard thought he played well in his analysis because he just kept pulling players out of position.
Yeah, I saw that, and I looked at it. I was like, "You voted him for man of the match? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?"
But the good Onana had a good goal today.
Onana had
the good one, not the bad one.
He was incredible in the middle of the field. Amud Onana.
Yes.
The bad one could have had a goal today, for all we know. I don't know. I don't watch the Turkish league.
That's
so.
a good point. He could have scored in himself, right?
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah,
He could have.
Yeah.
Aston Villa's Amud Onana played very well.
Yes.
Emi Buendia played absolutely out of his skin. I thought he could have. John McGinn played well, and all of a sudden, man of the match, NBC, they're giving it to Ollie Watkins, who didn't do anything in today's game. Made some runs. Give me a freaking break.
Wait a minute.
Like,
Hold on.
He is terrible.
Hold on.
I'm a forward who likes runs.
And I give you man of the match sometimes too.
Well, that's just because I'm handsome.
For just running around and doing nothing as well. So, there you go.
Maybe. But my dad and I were texting like, did they just announce him as man of the, like they thought he would get man of the match? Like what?
I know. I kind of listened to that. I was listening. I was like, I didn't see one highlight from him because I was in and out watching the game, and I was like,
there was nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing from.
Yeah, I was like, Martinez not man of the match, or Onana, or Morgan Rogers, or someone like.
Yes. Why?
I kept hearing their name all the time.
I had 5 players ahead of him easily. I would have named a Bournemouth player before I named Watkins player of the match.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. We'll talk about where that puts us in the table, but some of the other scores from this weekend: Everton 2, Fulham 0. Everton slowly but surely putting wins together.
Not good for Fulham.
Not good for Fulham.
Slipping down the table.
Word. What has happened to them in the last year here? I mean, last year they were incredible. This year, not so much. They're going to struggle. They need to find wins. The international break comes at the right time for them. We'll see if they can get back on the right side. Chelsea 3, Wolves 0. It was 0-0 at the half, and then Chelsea exploded for 3 goals. Wolves, poor. 2 points on the season. Fired their manager last week. They're going to struggle. It looks like Gary O'Neill might be headed back there. They're going to need something to turn their season around because at this point, you're in the just start preparing for the championship. This could be one of the worst Premiership teams in the history of the league. And I should know because my Aston Villa several years ago finished with 16 points in the league. We were relegated at the end of February.
All right, here we go.
Here we go.
Do they make it to 12 points?
Depends who they bring in for the next manager.
I think that's fair. You can earn 10 more points, right?
I turned in my FIFA 2026 resume.
Yeah.
They'll
call you.
Actually, FC 26. Sorry. Brand change.
Yeah.
And waiting to hear back.
I
do very well with lots of teams.
If I were at Wolves, I'd call you.
I mean,
because you're probably the only applicant.
They what was that? There was a 20 or 35-year-old guy who basically just won a bunch of video games.
Will Still?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the guy in France.
Yeah.
They had to pay the fee all the time because he's not a licensed coach.
He did well.
He's actually licensed now.
Yeah. So don't tell me that it doesn't count for nothing.
Sure.
It's a simulator.
He just got fired from Southampton.
Oh.
Will Still?
Yeah.
Oh.
This past week. Sorry.
But I mean, he won in the League
But he's
One.
not American, and that's where I take the lead.
Yeah. All right.
But anyways.
Moving on.
Do we think they will get to, fine, let's say 15 points this year?
Do we think Wolves will get to 15 points?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't think they get
5 wins.
No,
I think
they got 2 points now, so that means they need
13 more.
They need 1 draw and 4 wins.
Yeah.
No, I don't think they get to 15 points. They are that bad. They are horrendous. They are horrendous. They could be one of the worst teams I have absolutely ever seen in the Premiership. They are that bad. I mean, do you think, Brooks, they'll get to 15 points?
No.
Okay, because we're 11 games in right now.
Shoot, they may only get to like 10, or what if they got to less than 10?
I'm going to say they'll barely crack the 15 mark.
You think so?
I'm just going to be that guy.
You're going to be that guy?
Be that guy.
You're going to, because you like orange.
Yeah.
You like the color orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won't. I'd be surprised if they did.
I think they'll get between 10 and 15. That's what they'll end up doing.
I wish I could tell you I feel bad for their fans, but I'm not a huge fan of their fans. Sorry about it.
Wow.
They're local. They're rivals with Villa. Very close. I think the ground's like 7 miles apart from Villa Park. So Yeah, that's that. All right, let's talk quickly about the Crystal Palace-Brighton game. Crystal Palace had a couple of opportunities here. The Brighton goalkeeper was phenomenal, man, in the match. At the end, really, he was incredible, kept this draw. This, I really did expect a draw because two teams have been playing well, but not great in the last 3 weeks. A good point for both of them, though. So
Yeah, Verbrugen. I think that's how you say it, Verbrugen.
Verbrugen.
I think so. I think he's Dutch.
Mm.
Yeah, he's a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, he played really well today. Got down a couple of times for some low saves. This game, Brooks, I know caught your eye. I know you want to talk about the center back for Sunderland.
Yeah, I watched that game. That was a really good game, actually.
Sunderland 2, Arsenal 2, up at the Stadium of Light, up on Tyneside there. You expected Arsenal to go in and collect all 3 points here and just do what they've been doing, collect points and keep on top of the leaderboard here and moving along. But no, Sunderland ended up going up 1-0. Dan Ballard comes up, and all free kicks, they put him up into the box.
He is a monster.
He's incredible.
In the air.
Super athletic.
Yes.
And he gets up and he wins. He didn't actually win the header on the free kick on this goal.
No.
But what he did, and I keep trying to tell kids this, even if you don't think you can win the header, you've got to go up and compete for it because you put off the defender. Or if even it flicks off your head a little bit, or if you just get in the way of the defender, it alters the path of the ball and it alters the play moving forward instead of just not going for it and letting the defender have a free header. So he goes up and tries to win it. He doesn't. The defender kind of misses it and flicks it. But then what he does is he comes down. He's outside of the box. He turns, and his player actually wins the ball, flicks it with a head onto him, and he beats Declan Rice for pace. Takes a great first touch with his left foot.
Kind of karate kicks it in the goal off the hop.
As the ball is coming out of the air, he touches it softly off the ground, and as it bounces up with his next step, the right foot just lashes that thing into the upper right-hand corner. Goalkeeper for Arsenal, David Raya, had no chance. An absolutely phenomenal goal by Dan Ballard for Sunderland. And then they kind of sat back a little bit, but they had some breakouts, but Arsenal did what Arsenal do, and they went at it.
They had the ball a lot. They did.
But you expect Arsenal to have the ball a lot. They've got the players to have the ball, right? So the first goal by Dan Ballard, excellent goal. Yeah. The next goal in the game came from Saka.
It was a good goal. It was a bad turnover. It was a bad turnover in the midfield, but it was an error all around because bad turnover, and the goalkeeper should have had that in near post.
It was a near post, but here's the thing. I don't think anybody in the stadium expected him to hit that with his right foot.
I know, and the guy
does not shoot with his right foot.
I know, and the guys like Tim Howard and Robbie were like, he could score some goals with his right foot. I'm like, when the hell does he score with his right foot?
He never scores with his right foot.
Usually he takes it back on his left and curls it into the far corner.
I think the ball just got in the way while he was running, and he went, oh, shoot. Oh, it's in the net. Yeah, look at me. No, in all honesty, it was a very good goal. He doesn't shoot with his right foot. I don't think anybody expected it because he normally flicks it with his left foot or pulls it back and strikes it with the left foot. He hits it with his near post. It was a really good goal, though, from all angles.
It was a good counter-attacking goal, too, the way they played it. It was very quick and out through, and,
You nailed it, though. Bad turnover in the middle of the field from Sunderland.
Yes.
The second goal for Arsenal, Trossard.
Oh, he hit a rocket. Cut inside and just,
Cut inside. But the defender let him cut inside because it was an outside overlapping run, and the defender said, okay, I need to take a step over here just in case you lay the ball. Oh, you didn't. And that the second defender didn't step up and close that gap. And Trossard went, well, I'm going to take another prep touch and absolutely hammer this thing. And
you weren't going to save it. It was struck so hard.
Phenomenal goal.
Going to save it.
Phenomenal goal. And then dying minutes of the game, you're thinking, okay, Arsenal are going to see this one out 2-1.
Dude, credit to this forward. Credit to Broby.
Did you see who flicked the ball on? Who was?
It was the center back.
Dan Ballard again.
Ballard, yeah.
Man of the match.
Because they bring him up when they lop the ball forward.
Yep. Yeah.
And listen, if they had called this back because of foot high kick or whatever, I would have been upset because no chance in heck did that deserve to even be looked at again, as a foul or whatever.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it being looked at again. I would have had a little bit of an issue being called back as well. But Gabriel, the center back, does put his head down to try head the ball.
He does.
And he does. He puts his head probably about this high.
Yeah.
And the Sunderland player is jumping and puts his foot up. And there's not a clash, though. There's not a clash.
There's not. And he puts it over the keeper. But I will say this, I was pretty impressed with Broby just because he was getting pulled and tugged, and him and Gabriel were arm in arm, and he just was just fought for it. Just fought for the ball on the side of the box, and and flicked it over the keeper, and they get the 2-2 draw. And there were moments when you thought, were Sunderland gonna come back and do this? Because I mean, after the Trossard goal, I was like, oof, like I don't know, like it's gonna take some grit, and they didn't give up, even though they may not have the ball a whole lot. They made most of what they could. I thought Hume was pretty good in the final third, just being very, very calm on the ball, slipping guys through, like just controlling the game. Him and the guy next to him, Xhaka was wonderful this game too. But Siddiqui, he was really good today. He was really good in that game as well.
Listen, credit to Sunderland, newly relegated Sunderland. Brooks, you predicted the
newly
rest of us
promoted.
They're probably
Newly promoted.
Newly promoted Sunderland. Yes. You said they're going to do well this year because of some of the buys they had. The rest of us went, nah, don't worry about it. They'll probably be in the bottom 3, may even get relegated. Credit to Sunderland, up in the top 5, top 3, I think at this point.
Yeah.
And incredible. Points dropped, in my opinion, for Arsenal though.
Sure.
Points absolutely dropped. You were 2-1 up in the 90th minute, and you tied 2-2. Points dropped. You gave your biggest rivals a little bit of a let's go get it today, and they took it to Liverpool. Man City took it to them, and they're coming. They're right on your heels, Arsenal. So we'll put that table up in a minute. Points dropped for Arsenal. That's the only thing I'm going to say. Good performance from Sunderland, and everybody is now going to remember the name Dan Ballard. And if you don't, you heard it here, man.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
For a while.
All right. Brentford 3, Newcastle 1.
This is the game Nate wanted to talk about.
This is the game you want to talk about?
No.
This one? I was gonna say this game. This is the game I was keeping my eye on for points because I need Newcastle to drop points. I want them to drop a little bit further. Brentford have been struggling a little bit here and there. They got some nice points. Newcastle went up 1-0 in this game. Brentford come back, all 3 goals. Just an interesting game. Aaron Ramsey makes an appearance at the end because Nick Pope had to go off injured. Full credit to Brentford. They put it together and put this game to bed. 3-1 for Brentford. Well done. Same thing, exact same thing happened in Leeds Nottingham Forest game at the City Ground, Nottingham Forest home field. Leeds go up 1-0.
Yeah.
And then Nottingham Forest.
See all those saves that the Leeds goalkeeper made early on?
Yes.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yes.
Fantastic.
But
yeah,
first win for Sean Dyche at the Nottingham Forest City Ground. Can he turn it around for Nottingham Forest? He helped Everton turn it around 2 years ago. Can he do it again? We'll see how long he lasts under the Greek owner at Nottingham Forest. Good win for Nottingham Forest there, though. All right, Spurs 2, Manchester United 2. Spurs, Richarlison thought he won this at the death, Nate. He thought he took his shirt off, and he's like, we got this.
People were giving him a lot of criticism, but
yeah, I know, I saw that.
It is a great goal. Like, I wasn't even mad. I was just like, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
What can you do? You know what I mean? That's just like a terrific goal. Like, I hate to use the word, what do you do on there? Like, how do you defend that? Of course you close it down, but it happened so fast, so quick, buries it like just cross field. Like, it looked awesome. But yeah, it's kind of silly.
And he takes his shirt off and he's running around.
Excited.
He does that. He does that a lot.
But everyone, like all attacking players, kind of do that a little bit.
Not this guy. Not this guy.
I don't take my. Not anymore, Brooks. Not anymore.
Oh.
Not with the beer gut.
You take your shirt off only when you're mad at people.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, so what's the difference between any other forward that does that?
I mean, this is true.
You caught a lot of flack on our site. Like, a lot of flack. I'm like, I don't understand. Oh, look at that. I'm like, all right, like,
I think a lot of it was coming from Arsenal fans and from Manchester United
fans. It was both.
Because then obviously 5 minutes later, De Ligt goes up and puts a header in.
Right.
And now, okay, brilliant goal from Manchester United and De Ligt, by the way.
Yeah.
Should Vicario have saved that? The number one rule that I've always been told the goalkeepers, if you can get your hands to it, you should save it. And he definitely got across and he got his hands to it here and he like pushed it into the side netting. Should he have saved that goal?
Should have, could have, what? The goalkeeper should shave everything.
I don't know about everything.
Everything.
I don't know about everything.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think you should.
You got a spinning ball. You're, off balance, up, stretched out, It's tough. It's a lot harder to say
Yeah.
you should save that. It's
Sure.
like,
Sure.
yeah,
I mean, he's got to cover everything, and then
Yeah.
the ball goes there, and I get it.
he has to cover like the whole net.
Right. So you mentioned at the beginning, we considering that a win for Manchester United?
It's a win.
Okay, all right.
Hey, you know what? No, so I thought they were going to lose. You're going to Tottenham. It's Tottenham away. They haven't performed.
Tottenham haven't played well in the last couple of
And
weeks.
United haven't gotten a result from Tottenham away in many years.
That's true.
So
true.
and
Been a while.
it's adding up to more points. They're on a very good track record right now of games, very good run of form. So I looked at that, as a very positive result, something to build off of. And they got a run of easy matches. I shouldn't say easy. They have a run of very winnable games coming up where they're only 2 points out of Champions League spot, where they could kind of make a run and actually get some points here.
Yep.
They're looking good. They're not looking bad. I don't know what Sesko's result is.
So that's the one thing that comes out. Sesko looks like he's got a knee injury, and Amarin after it said it could be a couple weeks. We don't know. So some scans are going to be needed
Which
there.
I feel bad for the guy. You know what I mean? Because he's still trying to find his legs. But my Cameroonian Rooney is lighting up the storm there.
And Bueno.
Yeah, he's a Cameroonian Rooney, dude. Tell me the way he plays. Tell me that it's not. It's the same.
I got to be honest. I don't think I can ever compare anybody to Wayne Rooney because he was so good.
Well, I just
in the
did.
day.
I just did.
There was
So try it. It feels good.
I don't
He's a
know if there's
Cameroonian Rooney.
I don't think there's anybody ever been like him. He was so unique as a player.
He's a Cameroonian.
He was a cannonball on a field, and a bull in
But
a china shop.
that's.
But with skills, you could bang a ball from 40 yards to the top corner.
I see the same out of him.
I think you're overdoing Mbueno, but
I don't think I am at all.
I think you're doing Rooney a disservice. You're under.
I didn't say he was as good.
He's not English, though. He likes the
Hold on. Did I say he was as good as Rooney?
No.
You
Say he's
can-
like
No,
him.
I
Like
said
him.
like.
Compared him to
I-
him.
But that
Yes,
doesn't
I
mean
did.
that doesn't mean he says that's
Thank
good.
you, Brooks.
Yeah, you said
Stop
like
being a jerk. Okay.
Right.
I understand.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Get it. Okay. All right.
Thanks
we'll
for
leave it at that.
defending me when I
Leave
was
it at that.
viciously attacked by that guy over there.
You're welcome.
Viciously attacked.
Viciously, he's besmirched my character.
I know.
Not
Tell
for the
you
first
what.
time tonight.
He was like, "Oh, you just said he's better than Rooney." Never said that.
Correct.
The Cameroonian Rooney.
That's a good name.
I think
People should start using that. You got it from the show. Thank you. You're welcome.
You go ahead, guys. Yeah, you use that. You can also write in.
Use
sign him on
Cam-
X.
Cameroonian. He's a Cameroonian.
Yes. Let's go with that. All right.
Similar in build, similar in stature, similar in style.
Well, that point does help Manchester United. They're up into 7th now after the final games ended today. Everybody's on 11 games. So Manchester United, they're in 7th place. 5 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses overall, +1 goal difference.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's been a good 11 games so far. Arsenal still leading the way, 26 points. Manchester City slowly but surely closing the gap. They're on 22 points there in second. Chelsea up into third on 20 points. And then comes Sunderland in 4th place.
Yeah.
Sunderland have played 11 games. They've won 5, drawn 4, and lost 2. There's only one team who's lost less games than Sunderland,
Arsenal.
and that's Arsenal, top of the table. Sunderland are the real deal. At some point, we're going to have to go, this team is legit. I'm still not ready to do that because I still think they're going to pull a Nottingham Forest.
And
They're
what?
going to drop out in the last 2 months of the season. They're going to drop down into 8th, 9th, or 10th.
Listen, what's going to happen is they will finish, I think, between that 7 to 9 range. That's what I'm going to guess. Because what's going to happen is these games they draw that they should win are the big teams like they held on to beat Arsenal. Like that's the difference right there. Teams that win games and get results. You have to get results to stay in the top 4 or 6.
Yeah. No, and they did the same to Aston Villa. They drew with us, and it looks us going up there, only drawing 1 with them. That looks like a decent result at this point. When at first we were like, we should be beating them.
Yes, but they will stay up. That is the important part
Oh.
for them is they will stay up and they can get more money to spend on players and
Yeah.
that is the important part.
Oh, they're not going down. Absolutely, they're staying up.
And then Nate will get another season of Sunderland till I die.
Possibly.
That's all I want in life. There's very little that I want in life.
You should
That's
write
one of the many things.
write a letter. Send it in
I will.
to Sunderland Till I Die producer, and you say, I need another one of these.
I have written very many strongly worded letters. They all start with Dear Mr. or Mrs. Sunderland Till I Die producer.
Yeah. One more, I think, might do it.
Here we go.
Write one more. All right, so there's...
Only our fan base would unite.
I know.
All 4 or possibly 5 of you watching us right now.
Possibly 5.
Possibly 5. I mean, if it means shutting this off, don't.
My mom will write a strongly worded letter.
Mom!
Yes, please. There you
Mom
go. Tell her.
and Craig's mom,
Yeah.
get together. We need you
Write 2 letters.
to write 2 letters.
All right.
The cat who's also watching this.
And the FC Cincy ticket office.
And the FC Cincinnati.
I don't see them writing a strongly worded letter to the Sunderland producer, but hey, you never know. All right, so Sunderland up to 4th, Tottenham in 5th, Villa 6th, United at 7th, as we said, Liverpool down to 8th, Bournemouth, even after losing 4-0 today, at 9th, Crystal Palace in 10th. Now you got some big-name clubs in the bottom half of the table. There's Brighton at 11th, there's Everton at 13th, Newcastle at 14th, West Ham, even after their win this week, down to 18th, but they are gaining points. They got 10 points. At bottom of the table, Wolverhampton Wanderers, goodbye, 2 points from 11 games. Absolutely horrendous. Nottingham Forest, after they picked up 3 points this weekend, up to 9 points. 2 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. Your bottom 3, West Ham, Forest, and Wolves. Woo, it's going to be a battle down there, minus that last one of Wolves. 3 of those 5 to 6 teams could be gone. Newcastle need to pick up some points so they don't get sucked into that relegation battle as well, because if they do, yeeks, you're in a relegation battle and you're playing Champions League games? Yee, oh boy, that's interesting. All right, we got a lot to get to. Nate, we got to talk about some Bundesliga.
Yay.
I mean, I'm just so happy that Bayern Munich didn't win.
They should have lost.
I was so
Should have lost.
I know.
They didn't lose.
I was watching the game and I was like,
They didn't lose.
like that offsides
didn't
call at the
win.
beginning. Oh, we'll talk about
We'll
it.
talk.
But like,
We'll talk.
man.
We got Bundesliga. We've got Messi in the playoffs. We've got someone retiring. We've got US men's national team we're going to get to because they got games coming up. We got the roster to go over. Man, we got a lot to get to. Let's jump to one of the partners real quick, and we'll be right back.
Hi, Brooks. We're at our favorite store, Soccer World in Rochester. We're just going to do some light shopping. Nothing big. Ooh, pretty colors. Oh, and one of these too?
Ooh, Germany. Nate would like this.
Hey, Brooks, look at all these. Look what I got.
Club America. Ooh. Wow, that's not MLS. Ugh.
Socks? No.
Ooh, a ball pump. Next in line.
Sir, you're next.
Right. That's a mannequin. You know that.
Huh?
It's a mannequin.
Oh. Sorry, sir.
Craig, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Huh?
All right, big thank you to our partners and our sponsors out there. Big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all of your soccer gear needs. All the kids are moving into the indoor soccer right now. Make sure they have some good new soccer boots. My kids keep growing through those damn boots, and I visit Soccer World kind of often, and you should too. Big thank you to Next Level Training. They are the best trainers in the country. There's a reason all of the NWSL, the MLS, and all of the USL Championship players come here to Michigan, and it's to train with Next Level Training. Your kids should train too. They got a whole bunch of specialty clinics coming up. Sign up for those before they fill up. Big thank you to the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. Good dude, great soccer player, even better person, and a great doctor if you've been injured or you want to do some baseline testing. Dr. Zachary Atwood. Go see him. He is phenomenal. Big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars, MichiganJaguarsFC.com for more information on that awesome club. If your kid is looking to play youth soccer, They've got a level. They've got a level for him to play at, him or her to play at. Find out at MichiganJaguarsFC.com. Big thank you. Last but not least, big thank you to our favorite beer supplier, Dog and Pony Show Brewing. We love them. We are going to be doing more events Saturday mornings, and we're going to hope you are going to join us down there as we watch a lot of the soccer games from the EPL, the Bundesliga, you name it. We're going to be watching it at Dog and Pony Show Brewing. So big thank you to those fans, those guys. All right. It's time, Nate. It is time to do some Bundesliga chat time, and I know you're happy because your team won.
Yay!
I thought he'd be more happy than that.
I fell asleep during the game. It was kind of boring. We'll get to it. But first off, it's the Bundesliga chat time. It's a Bundesliga chat time. It's a Bundesliga chat time with Craig and Brooks. I forgot that Bam's in there. My bad.
Yeah.
My bad. There was,
That's
should have been some Bam's.
We need to record that.
Yeah.
And put it as a sound piece and it is time for Bundesliga chat time.
I can get it.
I thought you were going to actually clip the MLS song.
I did. I gave it to Craig the one time or showed it to us.
Oh, he just hates me. Got it. Anyways, let's just kick it off rapid fire. Bremen started off the Bundesliga weekend playing Wolfsburg with a 2-1 victory. Yay for them. Leverkusen throttled Heidelheim. Throttled them. It was like, at a certain point, you got to go, just stop. You've hurt them.
Please.
6-0.
It was 5-0 at halftime, right?
6-0.
Wow.
Tillman did get in for 45 minutes. Good for him. Hamburg, Dortmund, 1-1 draw, which kind of stinks because, that's just more climbing up the table for Munich. Leipzig got smacked, which was surprising as Hoffenheim. 3-1. I was actually really surprised at that. Leipzig's been doing very well. They beat Stuttgart the week before. They're one of the best and most consistent teams in the league. And yeah, I was really surprised to see that Hoffenheim smacked them 3-1. So good on them. Gladbach beat up on Cologne 3-1 for them. We got a full Scully 90 minute game as a wingback. We got Lud in for 90 minutes as well, and Gio for 15. So 3 U.S. internationals in that game.
Good old 15 minutes.
Good old 15 minutes for Gio. It's, he gets in here and there, which is not bad. He's not bad. He's carving his way out. Frankfurt versus Mainz was a 1-0 win for Frankfurt. Guess who's back now? Playing center back still. My guy, Maloney.
He's back at center back, huh?
87 minutes.
Center back.
Full 87 minutes for Mainz. There you go, buddy. That's probably why they lost. Freiburg beat St. Pauli 2-1. And on to the important games. My Stuttgart going against Augsburg. The Schwabish Derby. Woo! Augsburg is Poops McKenzie's on the league and can't win a game. Stuttgart is actually sitting in a Champions League spot. It was going to be fireworks. It was going to be great. It was going to be nonstop action for Stuttgart with an easy victory, right? Right?
Apparently not.
Right? No, 8th minute, Reeder actually scores a goal. By the way, if you're like, hey, Reeder, what? You're a Stuttgart fan, you know that name. He was on loan for Stuttgart. Yeah. So yeah, against his former team, banged one in 8 minutes. Yeah, that's nice. But we got one back with a penalty kick. He's apparently at a corner. It's illegal to put a guy in a headlock and pull a jersey.
You can't do that.
Yeah, no. They were actually, the commentators like, I'm not sure what I see there. And I'm like, I see the shirt getting yanked that way and his arms kind of around his head. They're like, there's a little bit of contact there. I'm like, his jersey is halfway off his body.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit of contact.
So,
yeah.
Typical Bundesliga, they did their little review, and just like the MLS, came out and fully explained what the penalty was for all of us to hear, which ESPN has not done subtitles or anything for.
It's all in German.
So you have a German referee explaining it in German. You go, oh,
okay.
Sweet.
He did.
You either hear claps or boos. If it's claps, it's good for the home team. If it's
awesome.
Boos, it's not good. Yeah.
I don't know German, but I did hear him say WWE move.
Yeah. He said, "Das ist verboten." So, Nick's so good. So who steps out to take the PK, Craig? One of the forwards? One of the attacking midfielders, maybe?
Yeah.
Center back.
Nope. Left wing back.
Oh, left wing back.
Middlestadt.
Yeah.
Comes in and buries the.
Hey, man, as long as
I was surprised too. I was like, oh God, Oh God. But then like after that, this game kind of like froze in time. It really just like
one of those games.
it like didn't become interesting until they made a sub. And that sub that they put in, Christopher Fulrich, he was a go-ahead starter for Stuttgart all last year. He actually had a lot of call-ups. Since then, this year, he's struggling to get on in the games. He got dropped from the national team apparently and hasn't really been called up. He comes in like a bat out of hell in this game and creates all sorts of fun disruption, which then leads to multiple Undav goals and some excitement down the way. And honestly, it ended the last like 15 minutes of this match was great. The rest of it was kind of, right home about it. It wasn't that good. But yeah, the last 15 minutes from both teams was really fiery, really action-packed. Kind of woke me up there from my slumber. It was nice. And then, last but not least, and I saved it last but not least so we can talk about it a lot more because I know Brooks watched it. Union Berlin versus Munich with a 2-2 result where Union should have won it. It's called holding on to the ball in the final minutes. You jerks into it. I don't understand why that's so hard. Don't know why you're throwing the ball down the field to try to score. Just hold it in the corner. They are the best team in Europe. I don't know if you forgot. They haven't lost a game. You hold the ball. Maybe fall on it. Fake an injury. Do something. Don't give it back to them for, I don't know. You ever heard of a player called Harry Kane, Craig?
I have.
He scored in the 90+3. I don't know. Maybe this kid's just coming out of the woodwork. I've never seen this kid before, eh? No!
English kid, right?
No, he's very good.
Oh, okay.
He's very good. And that's where, like, you just got to go, what do you do? What? Why? Why? You got 2 goals in. One Neuer should have stopped, but apparently.
Well, the first one they had shouldn't have been off. Like, he was
Probably
off.
not.
He was like, there was.
I agree.
Like, it was ridiculous.
I agree. Still,
It was ridiculous.
They still went up. They still went up because Neuer
Yeah.
can't hold on to a ball.
Yes.
Went right in.
Yes.
Yeah, that was great. That's cool. Like,
Mr. Butterfinger.
yeah. We want to talk about goalkeeper saving the ball. I was literally like, I don't know how that went in.
Yes.
That like, and this is where if you're playing a video game,
Yeah.
you just turn it off and go, that's some bullshit.
Yeah.
And you go on. And everyone knows that moment where you go, that's not real. Like where your defender runs into like the goalpost and the ball like hits him in the face and rolls in somehow. And you're like, that's stupid. This is a game glitch. Neuer had a game glitch.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
Manuel Neuer.
It was a game glitch.
Ooh, game
Yeah.
glitch. I love
I don't know why he still plays goalkeeper.
He's really good, except for right there. So, anyways,
Oh.
you had the lead. They had the lead.
Yeah.
And
They
then
threw it
all
away.
they had to do was see out the clock.
See out the clock.
And they couldn't.
No.
Oh.
Diaz had a really good goal with his workhorse effort.
Oh,
Like,
cut back on
Yeah.
the end line there and just oof.
and he had another open opportunity, which should have probably buried one too, which would have nullified the.
Was that the one he missed wide?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he was wide open.
Yeah.
But he was all over the place. So Munich looked good again. Berlin could have helped us all out and made everything interesting, but no, they're jerks. So
Well, that's a bit of a bummer, Nate.
yeah, and I'm sad. So Munich, sitting at the top of the table still because they don't know how to lose anything. I'm not sure when they're going to lose, to be honest with you.
Well, here is the table. You're right.
I thought PSG was going to maybe be the ones that.
Oh, they could have definitely.
Should I bring up their schedule to see who they play next?
I got it right here. Munich made PSG look average.
Yep.
They got to play Freiburg. They're going to win. Well, they got to play Arsenal.
Yeah, you never know.
That's going to be a really good game. Arsenal against
November
Munich.
26th. That's going to be an interesting one
Yeah.
because and Berlin get shot number 2 against Munich because they're playing them in the Pokal.
Ooh.
I did not know that Union Berlin have never beaten Bayern Munich.
No, there you go. A little facts for you.
Yeah.
They're
I kept
playing
saying during the broadcast they've never beaten them.
That's incredible.
Well, they've
How
also
many-
probably.
But they were always in the second
they were
division.
only played them 6
times.
That's true. Because
Well-
they were always in the second division, weren't they? Yeah.
Here is your table. Bayern Munich leading the way after 10 games, 9 wins, 1 draw, which happened this weekend, and no losses at 28 points. Leipzig right behind them with 22 points, only 6 points back. Goal difference is absolutely incredible, though. Bayern Munich plus 29 goal difference, Leipzig plus 7. Then you got Dortmund in fourth, in third. Nate's Stuttgart in fourth.
Hey.
Leverkusen rounding out the top 5. Your bottom 3 are Heidenheim, Mainz, and St. Pauli. It's going to be a battle. As you can see, 5 points, 5 points, 7, 7, 8, and 9, and 9 round out from 12 down to 18. So
yeah, you have.
It's going to be a battle down
Adam,
there.
yeah, you got cellar dwellers going on here. 9, 9, 8, 7, 7, 5, 5. Woo! That's going to get fun.
Everybody from 11 on is just going to push forward, gain points, and they're going to leave those 8 teams down there to battle it out. And it just depends if you can put some draws together and get some wins, man.
I mean, and these are all really historic teams outside of Heidelheim that have been in league. And I mean, Hamburg just got back in, right? But historically, they were always a Division I team. So that's going to be interesting, and what actually eventually happens there.
Yeah, well,
maybe your Stuttgart on December 6th will give Bayern their first loss.
Nah.
Maybe. Nah, we'll see. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up with Bundesliga chat time. We're going to move on and do a little MLS playoff talk.
You want me to do a song?
Do the song.
I don't. It might be slightly different because you didn't clip it and I didn't memorize it, Craig.
Sorry. I don't remember him telling me, or I don't.
I think I sent it to the group.
Yeah, you sent it to Craig, and Craig.
I don't know.
MLS in your heart, it's MLS in your soul. It's moon landings, Whoppers with cheese, super size fries. It's America. I think I made it better.
That's it. Now I can tell it was an eagle at the end. I could tell it was an eagle today. I didn't know last time.
I think I made it better.
You did.
I
All right.
made it better.
Here is your playoff bracket. Why don't we start with FC Cincinnati? Why don't we start with them?
Hello, boys, at the tickets office. I actually texted them, and I was like, well, sorry, they got to work harder.
You got to work more.
Here's
on vacation, guys.
Here's a fun fact. That Columbus game, rivalry match.
Rivalry, yeah. Hell is real.
I wonder what those tickets are going for.
Like good seats?
Yeah, like all over the place. Super affordable, like $50. I was
that's not
pissed. I didn't actually go down there. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I clicked on the SeatGeek app for the Inter Miami tickets. Yeah, $300.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap. Yeah. Oh man, what a game. I liked it.
FC Cincinnati. I mean, they are ranked second in the bracket here in the East, and they got the job done. They beat their biggest rival, Columbus. Moving on. How do you feel after I mean, it's a 3-game series, 1-2-1. How do you feel after that?
Game 2 didn't feel too good.
Yeah.
That one didn't feel too good. But, I mean, you go down 10 men, you lose. That's what it is. I was wondering if maybe those seat tickets are so low because, fans might have thought they were going to not do well. But, I mean, I thought they played well. I thought they played well throughout. I'm grabbing the stats here. From a stat guy. And it doesn't surprise me that Brenner was the guy who netted both goals. Apparently, after he scored the first goal, Noonan was going to sub him out, and he yelled over, "No, I'm going to score again." So talk about manifesting your destiny there. I like Cincinnati, obviously, but I like them, and this is actually what I was talking to Gerardo, the FC Cincinnati guy. Ticket guy, I'm dropping names now.
Yeah,
being cool. I know people. He just takes my money. Anyways, I pay him to know.
Just like all your other friends.
Yeah, basically. Sad. Anyways, we started talking about it. He's like, well, what do you think? And I said, well, I think they have a deep squad. I do. They have a lot of different players that can come in. And when you're talking about a playoff with multiple games in a condensed format, you don't need the one guy. You need a strong group of guys where if something's not going right, you sub somebody off, you sub somebody on, and here you go. And they're gonna hopefully get a guy or two back, hopefully, fingers crossed. It'd be nice to have Miazga healthy. He's supposed to come back late November. Hopefully maybe he comes back from Miami and helps out the back line. But overall they got a strong squad of different guys that they can plug and play and actually make a run at this thing. So we'll see how it goes.
Nice. Well, they get Miami next. We're going to talk about that in a couple of minutes here.
Easy peasy.
We're gonna wait to talk about that one. Also in the East bracket, New York City FC advanced past Charlotte. I was really hoping Charlotte would go forward into this one and play against Philadelphia, two of my favorite teams playing.
Mike is Dean Smith, coach.
Yeah, I like Dean Smith, but I like William.
He was at Villa.
I like Zaha as well, but I love Dean Smith because he was at
And
Villa.
Ashley
he still
Westwood.
keeps tabs. Yeah, and Westwood's a Villa player as well, a former Villa player as well.
Yeah.
So I was really hoping that, but NYCFC put together a really nice game the other night. Tim Ream has spun around like a top a couple of times as well.
Yep.
But Charlotte just wasn't to be. NYCFC move on as they face the Philadelphia Union, up the Union. I'm rooting for Union to go on, and we'll see if that happens. Should be a good battle there, the 1 seed versus the 5 seed. Go ahead.
Is it up to Union? Do we?
No, it's
No, it's Dupe. Because it's a song. Doop, doo, doo, doo,
Yep.
doo. That's what they play at when they score their goals.
I'm still gonna say up the Union.
Craig, come on.
Yep. No, sorry.
Do it right or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do
You
it.
have to
my
get
way.
approval for that from Mitch Hildebrandt.
I'll call him.
Yeah.
He'll
Be
let
like,
me.
yeah, be like, can I say up the Union? And he's like, no, you have to say Dupe.
He'll probably say only when you're wearing the Union gear, though.
Okay.
On the other side of the bracket, we are waiting to see the games in play right now. San Diego versus Portland. We're gonna wait.
San Diego's up 2-0 right
I
now.
was gonna say they're most likely gonna be Portland. They are the number 1 seed, so they're up to nothing. They are gonna go through and face Minnesota, who beat Seattle in
PKs.
what an incredible game that was, huh?
And
Yeah.
all this means is I'm 86% right on my bracket. I got one team wrong.
Which ones you get wrong?
I did not have. I had New York actually going forward.
You mean Charlotte?
You mean
Or Charlotte. Sorry, I had
Yeah.
Charlotte
New
going
York.
forward. Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. Charlotte.
I
I
mean,
had Charlotte going forward
Okay.
because I thought Zaha was going to do me a favor.
Yeah.
Then I forgot Tim Ream should retire.
Yeah, he was nutmegged on the
Yeah.
the first goal there, by the way.
Thanks a lot, Tim.
Yeah, Timmy boy. But that series would actually be a good one as San Diego face off. The number 1 seed face against Minnesota, the number 4 seed. That one, as you did hear Brooks say, Minnesota Seattle went to penalties. It was a great game. Down further, we have Vancouver moving on against LAFC. Vancouver, the 2 seed. LAFC, the 3 seed. Brooks, you like this matchup, and who do you think advances?
Yeah, this is the matchup that I wish was on the opposite side of the bracket. One of these teams were, because I think this is the
best team.
conference final esque matchup here. Listen, Vancouver's been on fire all year. I mean, they've been consistently one of the top teams in the Western Conference. They've shown it week in and week out. You add a guy like Thomas Mueller into the lineup that comes off the bench or can start every once in a while and can be a difference maker for them. And and Brian White's been good, and Tristan Blackman's been good. Their Japanese goalkeeper's been awesome for them as well. They've just been all year good round for all year round for Vancouver. I just have to think it's tough to deal with Son at 32, 33, and then it's tough to deal with Bouanga. It's just when you have dynamic attackers like that just keep going and going and going, and then the way they put that. Trundle's not a super possession-oriented coach. Like, they like to play on the counter and in.
Sure.
But, they're just a tough team to beat. They can score goals in different ways. Son is...
I think Son's your difference maker.
He can he's still good.
Yeah, he's on the opposite side from Bouanga. I think he's really good. Everybody thinks he's just past it, but sorry, he's not. He came to the MLS, and he is killing the league right now.
Fine.
And he is a difference maker. He scored in almost every game he's played.
Yes. And I don't know. I would imagine the highest seed would get to host here, so that'd be Vancouver.
Correct.
Yep. And they haven't released all the dates yet for everything, but obviously this will be after the international break. They'll continue.
Yep.
It is indoors and it is on turf.
And they have one guy,
Mueller.
Thomas Mueller.
He can make things happen. If it's close and he's got to be a super sub, it's rather
I
interesting.
believe he's a starter for them.
He can start. Yeah, he does a little bit of both.
This is going to play into Thomas Mueller's hands because he doesn't want to get into a running match. But if LAFC are willing to sit back and break out when they get the ball, that means when Vancouver have the ball, they'll have possession and they'll probably be enough, and he can play high on the field. So this could play into his hands a little bit. We're going to see a little bit of a shootout here with Mueller and Son.
I mean, in 9 matches, he has 8 goals and 3 assists.
Yeah, he's
Right.
done well. He's done well since he's come over. They got him at the 10 here, but I'm sure they'll let him roam and do whatever he wants to do. And when he can roam and pick up in pockets, and then you got Berhalter that can cover ground in the midfield, and Kubas is very good as well in the midfield. So it's an interesting team.
Is this, sorry, Nate, I want to ask this question to Brooks before you. Is this the most interesting matchup, Brooks, that we have on the board right now?
No.
In the playoffs?
Yeah, right now. I know he wants his AFC Cincinnati versus Miami, but
technically,
is this the most interesting?
How about in the Western Conference? Let's start.
Okay,
I'll give you that.
All right,
Yes.
all right.
In the Western Conference, yes, because I believe San Diego will beat Minnesota once they take care of Portland tonight, and then it'll be very interesting if the two California teams play each other, because they had fans were throwing fist a little bit at one of their meetings earlier in the season. San Diego fans were handbags, as they say. Yes. But yes, this for the Western Conference is the match you want to watch. That 2-3 match between Vancouver and LAFC. Go ahead, Nate.
The only thing Vancouver has going against them, the only thing, is they're Canadian.
Are they in the better part of Canada though, Vancouver?
No. There's no better part of Canada.
Fair enough. Now to the wonderful match that we all want to talk about.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. It's not just a match. The matchup, the series, right?
No, it's one match. There's no more 3-game series.
Wow.
It's one
Eat
and
it.
done.
So
This is where you try to poop on me. It's not going to work.
now, obviously, Messi over 3 matches against Nashville.
He went off. They did score.
He was incredible.
Good for him.
He was incredible.
Yeah.
Not many teams have shut him down this year, Nate.
Yeah.
Not many.
There's been one team that
teams.
shut him down, though.
One team has definitely done that. Can you remind the viewers of who that one team is? FC Cincinnati.
Guess what? This shirt was a large, and it somehow fits like a medium. I don't know what happened, but like I got this. I'm like, yeah, it's a large, and I'm like, man, this is tight.
Brooks, I told you he was wearing kids' clothes again.
It's not. I swear to God, it's a men's large. Okay.
All right, so listen.
It's large. You want me to break it down?
No. Wait, of the shirt?
The game.
The game, yes.
Both?
I thought you were talking about your shirt. I'm like,
Oh,
no.
both.
Yes.
Also got a new FC Cincinnati sweatshirt. It's cream color.
Ooh.
It means there will be coffee stains all over it in about 2 days. All over it.
Don't buy light-colored.
Yeah, it is. I know. It's nice. It looks good. It'll look good for like the 5 minutes before espresso.
Exactly.
All over it.
Ah, man.
All right,
That's
Messi is coming, and he's playing against your FC Cincinnati. What?
Let's go.
I thought you said no.
No.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Messi hasn't been shut down very often this year. Incredible what he's doing in this league.
Yeah.
The MVP. How do you stop him? How do you stop this man from scoring and impacting the game?
Well, let's just look historically, shall we?
Please.
At home, Cincinnati is 3-1-2 against Miami. Ooh. Last time they played them, they beat them 3-0. Guess who didn't score?
Messi or any of his teammates.
Yes.
His friends.
His friends.
0-0 July 26. Yes, August they beat us 2-0, and then we thumped them 6-1 back in 2024. We have three solid CDMs that if they shadow him, that's what they do, will be very good. And that's what the advantage of a 3-back system with 2 highly athletic wingbacks, which we also have. So they're going to sit in. They're going to probably put Buka, Giddy, or Nuebo right on his ass. That will be it.
And
that will be it.
If I were one of those center backs, I would say just follow him around.
Yep.
Even when your team has the ball, be within like arm's length of him. Do not let him go anywhere.
And that's
Focus on him. Man mark him. Because they don't score goals if he's not involved.
And that's what they did. And that's what they did against the Open Cup when they played him last year and took him to PKs. He had a couple assists, but like he did not. And that one assist was right at the dying minutes where they almost beat him. Yes, he had assists, but no, he did not score any goals. So they basically sat him there. And you could see when he moved, that guy moved. He moved, that guy moved. And that's just what they're going to do. Cincinnati has, I believe, my opinion, has a very deep squad of highly athletic international players, like European guys. The front office has done a very good job of going, hey, this guy who's actually playing in the Champions League, on a team, you're not getting many minutes, we'll bring you in. And they have a lot of players who actually have Champions League experience, Buka being one of them, 2 years ago when he was with, I believe, a Czech Republic team. He's played in the Champions League before he came to Cincinnati.
Yeah.
These guys are good, and they're smart, and they know. So I'm not saying, Miami's going to be easy. I'm not saying, we got it, it's a shoe-in. What I am saying, though, because it's a single-match game, anything can happen.
Yep.
But what I am saying is, if there's one team that I think in the league is best, will match up best against Miami, it's Cincinnati.
Yes.
Number one. And historically, what I just read off would say yes. These are typically close games in favor of Cincy, especially at home, especially in cold weather, which I don't know if you noticed, it's cold a little bit.
And I don't think Messi likes cold weather.
None of his friends do.
No, none of his friends do.
So it's I'm not saying it's in the bag, shoe it. I think it's going to be a very exciting, good match. And I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a very close game.
So Brooks, this is your matchup. This is the one you want to watch.
Nah, I'm still like Vancouver, LAFC.
Thanks for hating me.
Wait a minute. I just said, isn't Vancouver, LA the one? You said no. Just maybe that's in the West.
Well, he was like, we haven't gotten to that, and like, I need to assess and both.
Now that you've assessed and you've seen, you're still going to go back and you're going to say,
Yeah.
Apparently 2 minutes ago it wasn't good enough, but 2 minutes later, man, I must have did an awful way of describing this.
No.
It's like 2 minutes ago I was in. Now Nate talked. I'm out.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to watch that. I'm going to go back and watch this other one. Yeah,
It's lame.
All right.
I will say this: I think in this Cincinnati game, the bench, like Nate said, the depth. Mr. Kai Kamara could be an interesting difference maker, an experienced MLS forward that scored a lot of goals in the league that can come off the bench in the last 15 and 20 minutes and make a difference. He could be the one that could put them ahead and win in the game.
All right. I know 100% that Nate believes FC Cincinnati are going to win this match and move on to the next round. Brooks, who do you think is going to win this game and move on to the next round?
FC Cincy.
You've got FC Cincy as well.
Yeah, what did I say a couple weeks ago? Because Messi's great, but his friends are old, and I just don't think he has enough successful young guys around him that are difference makers.
Suarez didn't play in the last game. He's had a little bit of a rest here. He could come in and be the difference maker.
I don't know. It's going to be cold, and when, even though if you rest and it's cold, those achy bones in the joints,
Trust me, that cold weather will play a factor, and I don't think these guys like it, so you may be right there.
Over-under that Suarez bites someone once.
Wait, say again, what?
Over-under that Suarez bites someone one time.
No, he ain't doing that again. No.
Or spit. He spit in a coach before.
He's spit on a couple of people. All right, well, that's going to wrap us up for the MLS roundup. But we got one more piece that we want to throw in there. One more MLS news piece. Brooks, I'm going to let you run with this. Darlington Nagby is retiring from professional soccer. He has played for 14 seasons now. Please tell us, Darlington Nagby retiring. This is actually, I say big news, but it's very interesting with the career he's had.
Yeah, so, Darlington's a Cleveland kid. Went to the University of Akron. I think that's the first and only national championship Akron's won in 2010 in men's soccer. So, played for one Caleb Porter, who was the head coach at Akron. And then when Caleb moved into the pro ranks with Portland, a couple years ago, or a couple years later, they were reunited again. And then... everyone's always hemming and hawing about Nagby and the type of midfielder he is and the expectations. He was just a really good, steady Eddie player. Didn't turn the ball over a lot. I think everyone wanted him to be more of a box-to-box mid to score more goals, but it was hard to get the ball from him. It was just very difficult to take the ball from him. And to win 3 MLS Cups, one with Portland, one with Atlanta, and one with Columbus is pretty impressive, honestly. And to have over 500 career appearances in all competitions and score 44 goals and get 37 assists. And he only had 25 appearances and a goal at the national team. And then it was always what if he was in the midfield and,
I think a hell of a career he's had. Congratulations on the retirement. The one thing I'd say is I would have liked to have seen just more goals from him, but it is what it is. 529 appearances in all competitions. That's a nice career right there, man. So good luck. I wonder what he's going to be doing. Has he said anything about whether he's going to be moving into coaching, if he was going to be doing anything like that, or just kind of...
He's a family guy.
Into the sun?
He's a family guy, and I think a lot of the decisions he's made in his career have been family first. So that's why, I know part of that was the national team stuff. I don't know if there was a disagreement with coaches and such on him getting called back in, but it was a lot to do with his family and make sure he's not away from his kids.
Sure.
I mean, I could see him getting into coaching, or doing something with the Crew or something up in Cleveland where he's from, just staying involved in the game in some way.
Yep.
But I think he's going to take a little time off, just enjoy the time with the family, and he's just a very, very nice guy. I met him once or twice in Portland, just a very outstanding man and very kind and willing to talk to anyone. And from what I've heard, he's just an outstanding teammate as well. Very well loved by his teammates and his coaches and organizations. And it's going to be sad to see Darlington not play next year in MLS, but congrats to him. And it was a great career. And Darlington, we're going to miss you, man.
Yep. Well, very well said. All right, we got U.S. men's national team to talk about, as they've got 2 games coming up. The fall, the November roster was just released. We're going to talk about that. I would love to see Nate's opinion on that, and we're going to do that right after this.
Tempo, yes, drop out, good. Yes, touch play, right foot, yes. Scan, good. Touch in, play, drop your hip, right, yes, good scan. Yes. Jay, well done. Inside on touch, play, see it, yes. All right, big thank you to our partners. Big thank you there, as you saw, to Next Level Training. They are the best trainers in the country. If you need your kid to get some extra training, they have specialty clinics or weekly classes. Sign them up at Next Level Training, man. Big thank you to Soccer World, soccerworld.net for all of your soccer gear needs. Big thank you to the Michigan Jaguars. We were just talking about the Jags 5s, the extra training stuff they do. It's awesome. MichiganJaguarsFC.com for more information on them. And the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. If you're hurt, you've been injured, or you just want to do some baseline testing, hit up the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. And I seem to have run out of beer. I need to get another glass of beer from my favorite brewery, Dog and Pony Show Brewing in Oak Park. Get down there. We're going to be doing Saturday morning events and watch-along parties there.
Do they use Brewer?
Do they what?
Yeah, is that a word?
Yeah.
Did you just black out?
Hey,
Craig,
did he seize up?
are you okay?
I said Brewer.
Brewer?
Yeah.
What? Still not.
It's beer for Uber. Brewer.
That's a thing?
I don't know.
Is that
No,
a-
it's not.
You can DoorDash.
You
drinks.
can.
You
can.
can
You
DoorDash
can.
drinks now.
Yeah.
You can. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, but why wouldn't you? It's all it is
I kind of like
liquor stores.
I like Brewer better.
Yeah, liquor. It's not like they're gonna bring you an open glass of beer, Craig. No, it's like liquor stores. You can DoorDash
Yeah.
from liquor stores.
Yeah, they can
You
get
can
it for
actually Uber drinks
Yeah.
too.
I wonder if
from
Dog and
liquor
Pony
stores.
does that though.
I don't know, we
With
should
their
look into
stuff
it.
they make.
Hopefully they put a cap on it so it's not just the guy sloshing around and I
What did I just say in the beginning, Craig?
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, they bring you unopened containers of alcohol, delivery style.
I'm in.
Maybe we should ask him how we should ask how we get those slushy machines so you can make your favorite fruity slushies you like.
Don't tell people I drink the fruity slushy stuff. Those are for the girls. Shh. You giving no.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna cut that out. Oh shit, we're live.
Okay.
All right. U.S. men's national team roster announced this past week. Here is your roster of players that are going to be playing in the games coming up. 2 games as we enter international break. We've got Saturday, November 15th. So we're almost 5 days away from that. 5 p.m. against Paraguay at Subaru Park in Pennsylvania. And then
that's going to be cold.
Yeah, that's going to be freezing, man. And then 3 days later, they are down in Tampa at Raymond James Park against Uruguay. So Paraguay and Uruguay. Here's you go.
Everyone's going to get sick with those weather changes.
So hold on.
Yeah.
But hold on. This is what they complained about last time. Pulisic was the changing of warm to cold and cold to warm weather. Why the hamstring injuries occurred with Tillman and Pulisic.
Well, it's a good thing because he's not involved this time.
They're not, but there are other players involved that have critical club seasons. This makes me question why U.S. soccer does things sometimes.
This is okay. I mean,
this was it.
This
was the moment.
This is the tipping.
No,
point
this
for
wasn't the
US
tipping.
soccer?
This wasn't the tipping point.
Wasn't all the other stuff, but this one.
No.
I mean, you heard my outburst last week with the group of the
yes.
U.S. soccer. Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, let's get to it. All right, goalkeepers: Roman Celentano, Matt Fries, Jonathan Klinsmann, and Patrick Schulte. Brooks, give us a goalkeeper breakdown here, buddy.
Yeah, so Celentano gets into the first. I mean, he's been in camps, before, but this is kind of like a bigger camp he's coming into. So, listen, I just think Matt Fries will get both games here. I just don't see Klinsmann won't play. Chris Brady's hurt, so that's why he's not in this camp. Turner's an interesting one, why he never even got called in, and this kind of goes back to what we talked about when we podcasted with the COC network guys.
COC guys. Yeah.
We just what's going to happen with Turner, because Revs are not in any playoff contention. Their season ended early, and this kind of says a lot to me if he's not bringing in Turner. If anything, I think Schulte gets a match, but I think Fries gets both of them. And listen, it's your one, and I mean, realistically, I feel like Schulte would be battling with the other guys. To be honest with you,
sure.
I disagree. I think it's wide open. I think it's wide open. I think any 4 of these guys could get it. I don't think any goalkeeper has jumped out as being the guy yet. I think it's a wide open.
Even though Fries has started the last couple of games.
That's nice. Okay. I think it's a wide, and he's looked okay, but I don't think he's the guy.
What happens if Matt Fries starts these next 2 games?
Okay.
You think that
I still think it's a wide open.
It's wide open. Okay.
I do.
Right.
I really do. That's why you got called 4.
Okay.
I mean, usually you just call him 3, because someone could correct me if I'm wrong, but 4 is a pretty hefty number.
It is. In my opinion,
November camp, that's quite a bit.
I think he's settled on Fries. Now he's looking for his next 2, and he's giving opportunities.
To see. Well, there's no January camp, as we said before.
There's no January camp.
There's no January camp, so they got rid of that.
And they need to name the squad. No. Sorry, the games get released in December.
Yeah. They have a March camp, right?
Probably April, maybe May.
Yeah.
May. It's gonna be May.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, here's your defenders: Max Arfston, Serginho Dest, Alex Freeman, Mark McKenzie, Tim Ream is back, Miles Robinson, Joe Scally, John Tolkien, and Austin Trusty. Nate, where are you going on this besides the Tim Ream, inclusion here?
I mean, I generally speaking don't have an issue with any of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Tim Ream fan. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I think it's a liability going in there with them. I would have liked them to bring in a different Zimmerman. I don't know why he can't be a player anymore. I don't know why he's.
I mean, he's still pretty.
I don't.
Still pretty good for Nashville.
Yeah, I don't understand why he's no longer a guy that can be called in anymore. That's just perplexing to me, Yeah. But whatever. And I think there's other center backs that could have gone out and that should have got a look at. But we're stuck with Ream. I mean, to me, Dest, Scully, no brainer there. Tolkien, kind of interesting that he's back in it. We'll see if he actually can get ahead of any of these guys, but I view him like outside looking in basically as well. Would have liked to see Lund called in.
Lund?
Considering he had a run up for him as a wing back.
Yeah.
Would have been good, but he didn't. So
Why no Chris Richards?
Yeah, where's Chris Richards on this one?
Maybe Palace didn't want to release him.
He has played almost every single minute in every single game for Crystal Palace, so maybe they want to release him. And they said, we know if you're going to go there, you're going to play all 2 games, so we need you to just rest it up a bit.
That's an absolutely good theory. Maybe they wanted him to stay. Sometimes these conversations happen between coach and club.
Yeah, they might have happened before in the last one too. Like you can have Chris for October, but you can't have him for November.
It could have been like, hey, Chris is been overworked. He needs a rest.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? The coach knows what he has to. Pochettino has seen him. He knows what he is.
Yeah.
He doesn't need him in.
I was going to say,
for friendly.
I think he knows he is one of the starting center backs.
He's dead on nails for a starting position.
Yeah.
And I think we all in agreement
I
with
think
that.
maybe they just probably came to a mutual agreement not to call him in, knowing that Richards is the type of guy, and he's even said it publicly, where he will, if you call me in, you're playing me.
Yeah.
And I expect to play, and I will play, and
And he played this. He played this past weekend here, full match. So yeah, that's probably it. And plus, it's like, hey, you know what? You guys are right. Take a break. Stay home. Get healthy. Get restful. We're gonna use the spot to bring in another player because we do have a 26-man roster we got to fill out here coming up. So it just allows another room there. All right, here's your midfielders: Tyler Adams, who just played with Bournemouth this past weekend. Sebastian Berhalter, Aiden Morris, who I'm still happy to see there. Gio Reyna. We'll talk about him getting called in again. Christian Roldan, Tanner Tessman. And pronounce the last one there, Sean Zawadski. All right, Brooks, where are we going on midfielders? Hold off on the Gio Reyna piece if you could for a second.
Well, let me go back to defenders here. So the interesting part's going to be Tim Ream plays against Ecuador, doesn't play against Australia. Does that continue? And that's my question. Does Trusty now get a fair shake? Because better athlete, younger player, been playing, with his club. At Celtic. So that's my question there. But I agree with what Nate said. The defending is an interesting one. So to the midfield. Tyler Adams just bumps his head. Does he have a concussion? I mean, that's the question for today. Does he play the first match? How much is he going to use him? Because you want a healthy Tyler Adams going into next World Cup. So is it imperative that you start Tyler Adams in one of these, one of these games when he comes off the bench? I mean, I think you want to play Ada Morris to get him another look. Is it fair you want to get Sebastian Berhalter another look? Probably. Like, is he an end of the roster guy that just makes it? Who knows? Possibly. I mean, it's a fair shake, right? Roldan, again, like he had a good last camp in October. I think another fair shake for November is well-deserved. I don't think Zawadski makes this. It's just, a Columbus guy, steady Eddie type of guy. Who knows? Maybe Pochettino and Wilfred Nancy are good buds, and he's bringing in some of these crew guys. Tessman's an interesting one. Again, I think sometimes he's used best as a center back. Like, I think he's a good player, honestly. Like, he is. I just don't know if he's quick enough for the senior national team game when you play the high-level competition. I mean, we'll see. Paraguay and Uruguay are going to be very good matches for this window. So I have no problem. I just, people are battling for bottom spots here. Some of these guys on just making the roster. I think we all know that Adams is a lock-in. Aiden Morris could play his way in, but everyone else here is kind of, where do they sit in Pochettino's order of, players and his little board he's probably got in his office.
All right. With all that, Gio Reyna.
I'm perplexed by this whole midfield.
The dude's got like 74 minutes played the entire season here.
Yeah.
He comes in for a bit part, 5-10 minutes. He just is not deserving of a call-up here.
So I got a whole issue with this midfield. First thing, you need to find out who your center mid pairing is. So you need Tyler Adams in there if he's healthy.
I do agree with that. I say you got to play him as much as you can.
You got to figure out who it is
because
and honestly, it's not Sebastian Berhalter. So I don't even know why he was brought back in. He can go away. Zawadski could care less about him. I like De La Torre, nowhere to be found. Musa McKennie, nowhere to be found. That's confusing to me. I don't.
There was something of why McKennie wasn't coming in. I forgot. I think there was a reason why.
And you have Busio, who I think is solid as well. I think, but those three guys, I'm not saying they are the guys, and I'm not discounting Morris, but they're certainly better than Reyna. They're certainly better than Zawaski, and they're certainly better than Berhalter. So I don't know. To me, it's a bit of a confusing call up there for the midfielders.
I think he just didn't get everyone he wanted. I just think clubs are holding people back, and you can only get what you get, you know.
Yeah, but again, it's kind of, I named 3 guys there that from 3 different clubs.
Mhm.
And it's an international break.
Mhm.
Gio Reyna.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Here's what's going to happen. He's going to get subbed on. And he's going to do something cool.
He's going to go on a mazy run. He'll beat 3 guys. He'll lay the ball off. It won't come for a goal, and everybody go. And that's
Everyone's gonna be like, "This is why he deserves to be in there."
But here's
Yeah.
the problem.
Yeah.
He plays the same spot as Aronson,
Yes.
who also, who's called in.
Yep. And he's been effective for Leeds. He had the assist today for Leeds.
He plays the same spot as Luna,
Mm-hmm.
who is a workhorse, and
who's a dead on. I think he'll play a
kinda
lot of
plays
minutes.
the same spot as Pulisic.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of plays the same spot as McKennie. Kind of, like, depending on where you play him.
You can play him as a winger that plays inside if you
I
wanted
hate
to.
him as winger.
Yeah.
I really do. But so I don't see where I think that might be a test to see, like, hey, if I bring you in, are you going to be a problem in my locker room?
Yeah.
If you're not the starting guy. 'Cause
Yep.
I don't think he's going to be a starting guy.
He can't.
Correct.
He can't be. How many coaches has he gone through where people are just like, I can't trust you to start. I can't even trust you with a half.
So that could be a call up just to see his personality.
Yeah,
Might sound weird, but
I mean, it's like, hey, I want to give you a look. I know you've had issues, but I mean, maybe he's seen tape and he's like, I like what you can do. But I think it's kind of he can't make the squad. Like, he doesn't play at Gladbach.
Isn't there
Like,
more
I just, like,
deserving players of a
yes,
call up?
there are more deserving players, but like for me, it's like the problem with everyone with Gio is there's a what if factor. Like, what if he puts it together? Well, what if has been called out for a long ever since that amazing run that Nate talks about against Mexico, that everyone was like, this is what he can do, this is what he's capable of. Well, there are a lot of great players that have great potential, but sometimes they can't always put it all together. And this kid may be a player where he just can never put it all together at one point.
I think he might be that player. He just can't put it together for full games or full stretches of games. You're right. Not deserving of a call-up, in my opinion.
Yeah.
All right, we're moving on to forwards.
Sure.
Brendan Aronson of Leeds United. Florin Balogun, who scored a goal this weekend and then received a red card as his team Monaco lost 3-1. All of that, goal and red card before halftime. Diego Luna, we all know about him. He's a dead-on. He might even be a starter at this point under Pochettino in the World Cup. Pepe comes back in, and Haji Wright, whose Coventry City are still flying high in the championship in England. They look like they are going to get promoted by Christmas time at this point, how good they're playing. All right, forwards. Nate, you want to start this one off?
Sure. I mean, no real surprise here. I think my only disappointment is no Damian Downs.
He's
back in.
They have a 121 camp, and he's with the U21s.
Okay, well, that's good that he's still in the
Yep, he's in the system, right? The cycle, yep.
But also at the same time, he's not setting the world on fire, so I can get it.
Mm-hmm.
So no real surprise here. It's good to see Pepe back. I haven't always been a Haji Wright fan, but I'm now eating my words after his last performance, and I think he nudges some other guys out a little bit for the fact that he can play multiple different positions. He can play at left wing and forward, so he's a versatile player. Different spots you can put him in. So it's good to see him back in, and it'll be interesting in what they do and who they start out of this group and where would be my only question is who starts where and how are you going to work it. But there's no real surprises here, to be honest.
You want to bet that Haji Wright starts one game and Flo Balogun starts the next?
But where? Because you could play him out left. You could play him left.
You could.
You could play him left wing.
You could.
You know what I mean?
Do you play him in a two front together like we talked about before? Do you play Wright and Balogun in two front?
I think he'll play as one center forward, and both those guys will be it. Now he's just going to test him out.
I think Pepe and Balogun, basically same player.
Sure.
One or the other. I think Haji Wright's a little bit different. I don't think you have to. I don't think he's an and or for Balogun or Pepe.
Yeah. The question I have with this one, I mean, again, like with the forwards, it's fine. Like they're all well deserving. Aaronson's played well for Leeds. He continues to play well. I'd like to see him find that again for the national team. He has moments where early on in his national team career he was good and then kind of drifted off a little bit. But I'm fine with bringing him in. Luna, I'm fine with. The question for Luna is he was hot in the beginning for Gold Cup and whatnot, and he's kind of drifted off a little bit, in the matches. He hasn't been as needed or as just coming up. Yeah, just dangerous, I guess you want to say. Pepe's an interesting one because he's back with PSV and playing. So I like that. I like the other forward. The question I have with this whole lineup is it a 3-back again? I mean, I can see him play 3-back with the center backs he has, and he has wing backs.
Can you play 3-backs without Chris Richards with the group you have here?
Yeah, you can.
We're gonna try.
Yeah, I think you can put Mackenzie and Trusty could be your outside, and dare I say that Miles Robinson will be the center.
But what better way to find out which players can play where by making them play the system you want to play?
Yeah.
Sure, exactly.
Sure. All right, so listen, fellas. Saturday, November 15th, 5 p.m. against Paraguay, and very cold Superdry Park in Pennsylvania, and then 3 days later, November 18th, 7 o'clock against Uruguay down in Tampa Bay. What is the goal of this break, this international November break with the roster he has, Pochettino and his staff? What is their goal? Is it, for me, I'll tell you my goal, consistency and the style of play. I want to see them play in a certain style, and I want to see them be consistent, and I want to see them be dogs. I want to see people go out there and go, I got to make a mark in this camp to make sure the coach knows I want to play in the World Cup 2026, and I'm serious. My goals, results matter a little bit. We can't get blown out 3-0 because that shows me we didn't do something right like the entirety went wrong or players weren't focused, whatever it is. I don't mind losing to these teams because they're both good teams, but it's got to be close games, and I want to see good style of play. What are your goals for this window, this break, Brooks?
I think it stays the same with what Chris Richards preached the last one, to win the games. Okay. Now, is it end all be all if you draw? No, but I think that's the mindset to win. I mean, from here on out, it's good to get into practice in your mind about figuring out how to win games, to control games, to figure out when things aren't going right, how can we differentiate and find success. But I think it's to win these. And like I said, it's not the end all be all, if it's a 1-0 loss or a 1-1 draw or whatnot, but that should be the end goal, is to try to win these matches.
Okay. All right. Nate, same thing, or I guess I'm different?
Oh, I would say, I don't know. For me, it's a little bit different. I would say the goal, or I'd hope it would be, is not just to win, but it'd be nice to win. That should always be your goal, but your main goal, in my mind, should be to develop a consistent flow of play. Show some consistency out there, because sometimes they haven't. Sometimes they look great, and sometimes they look bad. Now, that's going to obviously be different depending on the personnel there, but it'd be nice to see start to carve out, going as we get closer and closer, a consistent flow or style of play.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, those games coming up, we'll talk about them, and we'll talk about them over the next week or two here. All right, we got one other thing to get to, and we're going to do that right after this.
I'm Craig Hearn. Today, I'm here with the football doc, Dr. Zachary Atwood. He's going to show me some simple exercises and stretches to do before my soccer games. Because to be honest, I'm getting a little older, and I need to be better prepared for these games. All right, he's got some stuff he's going to show us. Let's jump in.
What's up, guys? Dr. Zach here with Craig. We're going through a dynamic warm-up here. Super important, especially in this age group as we get older. A lot of guys that I see, they go right from their car and straight to the field without any warm-up. We want to make sure that we're getting the body warm, we're getting loose, we get the heart rate up so that we can help reduce injuries. All right, guys, so I've got Craig currently doing some grass sweeps. He's doing a Frankenstein stretch, and he's also going through some pogos right now. Whoa, Craig, what the hell?
Yep, sorry, Doc.
All this newfangled dynamic warm-up, this and that. What was wrong with my old warm-up? Oh, yeah, the doc was right. Definitely need the new warm-up. Oh, good Lord.
All right, big thank you to our partner there, Dr. Zach Atwood, the football doc. All right, so came across this a little earlier. This I'm calling the Ice Snow Canadian Bowl. This is right before the game kicked off. As you can see, they're doing the national anthem. This is Brooks. Who's playing in this? Cavalry versus
Atletico Ottawa, which I believe Atletico Ottawa is actually owned by Atletico Madrid.
That's interesting. It is so much snow on the field, you can't see the lines. You can see they've tried to shovel them off. Later in this game, it's still going, we believe, actually. But later in this game, there was a bicycle kick in the middle of the snowstorm, and you couldn't see any lines or anything. There must have been several inches of snow on the field from where it looked. I don't know how any referee deems this safe to play, but maybe different rules up there in Canada. I don't know, eh? But hey, this sucks playing it. I can tell you that. Looks like they maybe headed to penalties. My money's on Atletico Ottawa. Yeah, let's go Atletico Ottawa.
So, fun fact for you, because of the very diverse population that Canada has, there's actually a few different. I think Valencia actually has like a little academy thing in Canada and certain places. So yeah, there are a few European clubs that have stuff stationed there to try to find players.
And some of those, their teams are playing in the Canadian Premier League.
Yeah, one of them at least.
CPL.
Some are just academies for kids.
Oh, okay. Well, this is the CPL, the Canadian Premier League. This is the final happening today. Thank goodness they don't play any further past this, because there'll be mountains of snow from here on out. All right, that's gonna do. It's gonna do us for the night. Thanks for joining, everybody. Do us a huge favor. Give us a like. Give us a subscription. Give us a share. We'd very much appreciate it. If you're listening to us on podcast, give us 5 stars and leave a nice little review. We very much appreciate it. It helps and goes a long way. For me and the boys, that'll do it. Cheers.
Cheers.